Welcome to the Stolen Attention Podcast. I'm the winner of last week, Michael. Hey, we got an awesome podcast today. I'm here with my awesome co-host, Steven
Hello.
and Jeremy.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, we got a great idea. How's your week, by the way?
Tiring.
Yeah, same here. I mean, you know how it is with schedule changes.
It's been busy as hell.
Yeah.
You may want to move your mic out just a little bit more. You
Yeah.
don't have it at the top there.
Yeah.
At least for Blue Yetis, anyways. Move
Yeah.
it more this way.
All right.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
For those.
Sorry, I was trying to help Mike set up his
Yeah,
this Blue Yeti real quick.
with this podcast, we are debuting our new mic systems. So
Yeah.
hopefully we are sounding a bit better.
I
a
hope
little bit more
'cause-
crisp, but like I said, y'all know how it is with schedule changes and all that. Yeah,
Yeah,
this shit sucks.
yeah. I mean,
It
is
is
what
what
it
it is.
is,
Yeah,
but
pretty much. Gotta
all
pay
we
the
gotta do
bills.
is just try to do what we can.
Yeah.
All right. So
So how's your
Yeah,
how's your weekend?
I was
by
gonna
the way,
say,
Mike?
yeah. Well, how has your week been going?
it's been good.
Come
just
on, man.
Getting this all set up. We just came out of Christmas, and first things first, we wanted to do before we get started today. We gotta say thank you for watching us so far.
And if you're watching this, of course, you're watching this afterward. Merry late Christmas and happy early New Year's.
We got, we've been stacking these up so that we can maybe get noticed by YouTube Senpai.
I wouldn't say he's still
Senpai.
trying to get YouTube senpai. But no, I would say, yeah, we're stacking them up, but we're trying to, the algorithm is what we're
Yeah.
trying to get on.
So
And so we're going to try to upload 2 a day
Yeah.
because that's going to be the only way that's how I see it anyways, that the only way we're going to get on that algorithm is going to be probably 2 a day.
Yeah.
so
If not, then maybe a little bit more if we have extra time.
Well, I don't know. We could try. We may have one day where we upload 3,
Yeah.
but who
Let's
knows?
try to pump out these as much as possible. So from the bottom of our hearts, and I would say we all agree. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you all 18 people that have watched so far. And that's
Our 18 people and 1 subscriber.
I was going to say that's 18 people amongst 4 videos that I've uploaded that I
I
had.
mean, you gotta start out small though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way you're just gonna walk into here and just expect to get like 20,000 views in like 10 minutes after your video.
So are you guys ready for today's subject?
I
Yeah.
believe we are. We've
Yeah,
been
we'll
ready
try
this
to-
whole time.
So our subject today is something that we have dealt with, all 3 of us have dealt with in our lives. And that is attention deficit disorder or hyperactive attention disorder.
Yeah.
Okay.
ADD or ADHD. It's very similar. It's just there's slight different side effects.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be a kind of a series of questions for each of us to answer.
Excuse me.
So the first one is going to be the heaviest one. What was the biggest difficulty that you faced with attention deficit disorder or ADD or ADHD?
Well, for me, it would be like every time someone like mentions a math problem because I hated math so much because it was so hard for me to pay attention to that. Like,
Thank God for
yeah,
calculators.
yeah, definitely. Like I can literally be sitting like maybe 2 or 3 feet away from the teacher or whoever, and they'll tell me the answer, and then I'll just absolutely space out. I will literally
Yeah.
lose my attention, and then I'll fail the test.
Well, see, that was my issue with ADHD is that I have ADHD. I had it pretty severe,
Yeah.
to the point that I think I got diagnosed with it in the 1st or 2nd grade.
Yeah, same here.
Same.
Yeah.
I think it's when mine got diagnosed. And
Let's just say our mom did not let us eat a lot of sugar.
yeah,
Otherwise,
never-
it screwed with us big time.
I never really had a big sweet tooth though.
I did.
I never have.
The
I
biggest
mean-
thing it actually affects us backwards. Like caffeine actually calms the mind of
Yeah.
like
Didn't do
what
that
I've
to me.
read is that a lot of people with attention deficit disorder or ADHD or ADD, either one,
Yeah.
they have a high stimulant um, uh, resistance. They have a high
See, like-
stimulant resistance.
Caffeine just elevated my ADHD.
No, mine never bothered me. Mine was more like I could drink 2 or 3 monsters a day.
Yeah.
Won't even bother by 'em.
Yeah.
I could drink 3 monsters and then go to bed and still be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I do. Or I can. I don't do that now.
Yeah, I
but-
don't drink that anymore because they kind of mess with my blood sugar. Not blood sugar, but blood pressure also.
Yeah, because you're old.
You're old. We're all old, okay?
All right. One of the biggest difficulties for me, it was not just it was one part of the medication that we were put on. You know,
Ritalin.
Ritalin was
Ritalin, yeah.
That was that was the worst.
How much of it were you taking a day?
I think it was about 2.
Yeah, same here.
I was on
I remember when I was about 9 years old and my mom took me to see a shrink. And he put me on some Ritalin. And it had a real bad side effect on me to where I was actually hallucinating.
I had to take it 4 times a day.
Damn.
Yeah. I was having a conversation with my
Three,
mother.
3 or 4 times a day is how long.
They doped us up as kids.
Yeah,
much.
but 3 or 4 times a day is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're talking about an opioid.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And people wonder why there's a drug problem amongst people of our age group.
Yeah, it's because of that.
Makes you wonder. Maybe it's people just took it too far. Thank the Lord that I didn't have that problem. Mostly because of good discipline rearing.
Like
Man.
there's certain things that I'll literally pay attention to, like if it's something to do with cars or hell, even die-cast collectibles, because I collect
Yeah.
those.
Well, see, Michael was saying like, oh, well, he had like discipline and whatnot.
Yeah.
I did
Your
drugs.
dad was a Marine,
Yeah, he was. Like
and my grandfather was a Navy sailor.
Yeah, but
he
see,
had
being
we both had
raised.
discipline.
See, like Michael, I know you were a Boy Scout, but I mean, to be raised by a Marine that beats you all the time and stuff like
Yeah.
that is way different than what I know some of y'all kind of went through.
Yeah.
Mine was kind of hard, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. I really
See,
don't care.
See, my grandfather was, I basically refer to him as like my father, pretty much, because he never really did anything or anything, but he was definitely hard headed because he was a U.S. Navy sailor
Yeah.
and he saw wartime and all that.
But see, in just saying, Michael, I'm not putting you down as a Boy Scout or nothing.
Yeah,
Because I never done Boy Scout.
neither did I.
Whenever I was a kid, after my dad, after he got out of the Marines, he did grocery management.
Yeah,
And
I still remember that coin. Do you still have that coin?
what coin?
That German Nazi coin.
Yeah.
the gold coin.
Yep.
You need to get that thing appraised.
It's not a gold coin. It's a penny.
You need to get that thing appraised.
I know, right? But but see, like to me, whenever I was a kid, I always wanted to do the Boy Scouts
Yeah,
because I thought that'd be a fun thing to do.
yeah.
Having ADHD, that'd be a good thing to do.
It does help.
But we just couldn't afford to do it.
Yeah, like that's also another good thing about playing sports because when I was little, I played baseball.
Yeah.
And then growing up, later on, I played football, and it kind of took my mind off of it.
I couldn't even afford to play sports, and I didn't get my first skateboard until I was 12, 13.
Yeah.
So
Well, the thing
I was like,
the good thing about baseball is you have to focus on the ball, otherwise you're going to get hit.
Yeah.
So
but-
you can take your ADHD and just push that away and just focus
You
on
can
the game.
Yeah.
you can do what actually one of the gifts that ADD gives is hyper focus.
Well, ADD
Yeah.
and ADHD.
ADD, ADHD, both they give one of the cool side effects is hyper focus.
Yeah.
See, and that's the thing. It's like
And it's that once you
One-
get a passion for something.
one thing I can never do is that I was never able to draw with
Yeah.
ADHD. I
I
couldn't.
did.
I couldn't sit there and do it for long enough.
I
to do so.
remember. I remember I went up there to a card shop that we were talking about in another episode,
Yeah.
and I was drawing a picture of Inuyasha.
Yeah, I remember this.
And the card the shop owner came up to me and she said that looks so good. I mean, I was drawing. I didn't trace it or nothing. It was just me drawing.
I did do a hand. I did draw a Mario once, and my wife, she had saw it because I still had it sometime like years later. But I remember she found it and she goes, "Who drew this?" I was like, "Oh, I drew." She goes, "Oh my god!" She goes, "It's good."
Well, I started drawing whenever I was about like in the 3rd or 4th grade.
I
I
didn't.
started drawing pictures of the Titanic and all that.
You know what I drew in the 3rd or 4th
You
grade?
drew blood because you're an artist.
No.
Anyway.
Nope, I drew in a coloring book.
Yeah. Another thing, we grew up right when this became the thing. Yeah. That it was a brand it was the biggest thing, the biggest talk of the medical field was ADD and ADHD. So people kind of overreacted, and in my circumstance, the school system I was in when I was diagnosed was Marshall, Texas,
I was in Tyler.
and
I was in White House.
and during that time, Marshall did not have a great special education or a student assist program.
Yeah.
They were like keep them as low as humanly possible. So for people who just have an ability, have a problem with paying attention,
But see, a
they
lot of
put you in the what will be called the life skills class today,
Yeah.
which
no,
are
it's not called life skills now. It was called life skills when we were in school,
Yeah,
but now
but-
it's called something else.
Yeah, but they didn't do that to us. So we actually had just regular
thought-
classes.
I
White
is
House
it?
is called life skills.
I was gonna say, yeah, actually, because
'cause-
whenever we were in school, it was resource.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, resource is like the first level, but then it's the next level down will be life skills, and because my mom works with life skills,
Yeah.
at the high school.
But see, they don't have resource anymore, and they don't put people like with ADHD. They don't put kids in life skills and stuff like that.
Yeah,
See, they never did that with us because we had just regular classes.
yeah, and
I had like one AP class. That was science.
I had I think I had Science 1 or Science 2. I know I won an award in it.
Yeah, I won an award in a science class for the top student in the class. And then I had a reading award because I was the top student in the reading
Yeah.
in reading. Funny story about that though. They had put me in that class called Reading 180,
Yeah.
and they came up. They're like, "We really think you'd need this. Your reading teacher said you need this since you don't know how to read." And,
you knew how to
well-
read.
Well, they came up and they were like, "Here, we're going to put you to this test here. So we're going to sit you down on this computer, and you got to do this and answer these questions and whatnot, right?" And I sat there and I just went through it. And they came back to me a couple days later and they go, "Okay, hey Steven." I was like, "Yeah." And they go, "You got to be kicked out of this class."
Like you were too good for it.
Well, they said I had a reading level of 1800, and I was like, "Oh,
Okay.
I don't know what that means." And they said, "You're the second highest student in the school that has a high grade,
Yeah.
high reading level like that."
Yeah.
I was like, "Who's the first?" And they go, "Ben Bickerstaff." I was like, "Yeah, no surprise." I
Well-
shouldn't have said his last name.
Well,
They said Ben, And I was like, no surprise. I was like, that he's a good dude. He was a cool dude.
Yeah,
But
I think one things of my ADHD was the fact that I was able to spell words better because I was able to. I mean, I was about 9 years old and I was able to spell the largest word in the English dictionary. I can still spell it right now.
That one that-
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
no, the one that's the name of the city in Finland or Sweden or whatever. God,
It's called
dog.
anti-disestablishmentarianism. It goes ANTIDISTABLISHMENTARINISM.
I think there's a.
I was 9 years old and I was able to memorize that.
I think there's a city that has a longer spelling than that.
You know, like there's a letter in there. I know that.
Yeah, it's like a
They
tuka
actually
tuka
wrote a
tuka.
song.
Yeah,
but
there is.
I was talking about in the English dictionary. So
Yeah, but this is still a word.
yeah, but if it's like from a
He
different
didn't
country, it's
mention
not part of that.
English dictionary part.
They did, but
So
Yeah.
I mean, but still, it's still a word.
there's
But you gotta
still-
admit though, that's still impressive for a 9-year-old to actually learn how to do that.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Spell the word it.
IT.
Yeah. I don't know why, but my brain went. It's not Tia. I went. Wait.
It's like that old joke. He's like, "What is this? It's a fork. Okay, what's this? It's another fork. And what is this? It's a fork. Okay, what do you eat? What do you eat soup with? A fork? No, you eat it with a spoon."
Yeah.
Stupid.
So back when I was first diagnosed, I was going all the way to middle school with this diagnosis and the way they were structuring the class. When I was supposed to hit the 5th grade, they
He
were
he literally hit it.
like if it was the 1st grade.
Yeah.
So my mom did not like that whatsoever.
That reminds me of one of our high school teachers. I think you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah. Old ass one.
Yeah, she was an old lady. It's been a long time, but every time we would walk into her classroom, I mean, I was a senior, you know, I was just a regular student, but yeah, she always treated us like we were a bunch of elementary kids. She literally had the alphabet right there on her wall.
Mm-hmm. And she had like words that are around her classroom. A is for apple. B is for bee.
You
And
know?
then
And I'm
and
like,
then
ma'am,
she doesn't know what tsunami is.
I'm like, ma'am, I just won the Science 3 award, and I also won an accomplishment in football award because I was the most accomplished football player at the time.
Yeah.
And I think I know how to spell with letters.
So,
You know?
see, she's never heard of the word tsunami.
Yeah.
How have you never heard of the word tsunami?
But yeah, she heard of the word typhoon.
Yeah,
It's
she knows the
pretty
word
much the
typhoon.
yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
Well, my thing is she had a project for us to do, and I did it on tsunami
Yeah.
because it was a unique word and the way it's spelled because it has a T in it and this and that.
I think
Huh?
I remember that day.
Yeah.
because it was
We broke out the dictionary and was like, "Ma'am, with all due respect."
No, I didn't say any of that.
yeah. I think I know. I was sitting right next to you when that happened because it was a test to see what is the opposite of this particular word, and you got tidal wave,
Yeah,
and you put tsunami,
yeah.
and then
'Cause-
we have several other kids in there.
Tsunami goes with tidal wave, right?
We had several other kids that had, including myself, that said typhoon. We got it right.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
then
like,
she
wow.
she was putting seniors with the freshman class,
Yeah.
which was supposed to happen according to the program. You know, I talked with the counselors. What was supposed to happen is that what you're supposed to be doing is literally doing what your fellow classmates of your grade are doing. Is just slightly augmented to help you.
Yeah.
And that's the only difference.
Yeah, like
The top of the mic doesn't pick up your voice.
So,
excuse me. Sorry about that.
So, and she completely ignored it. I'm surprised she has stayed as long as she has.
She's from what I heard, she's actually still there right now.
No, she's not.
She's not.
No, I work there. Of course she
Oh.
doesn't. She's
Oh.
not.
How long has she been gone?
I don't know. She hasn't been there since I've been there.
Oh. Anyway, yeah, I remember that she would always get mad at us every time we would write something on the whiteboard.
Yeah. The only teacher I wish that I could see was Kobayashi.
Oh yeah,
Wish I could see her. Yeah, she was
I
a cool
saw
teacher.
her. I mean, I think I'm friends with her on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I know
She
she
had
comes
a-
to the Berkshires every once in a while
Yeah,
Yeah,
over there.
but I remember she was always a fun teacher.
yeah.
Never got to meet her husband because her husband passed away before any of
Yeah.
us got there.
No, she was part Japanese because of her
No, she was.
last name, Kobayashi.
Her husband was Japanese.
Oh, okay.
She got married into it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
So,
Jeremy's like, you know what's fun then?
yeah, I remember being in her class, and me and my friend David would get done with all of our assignments and everything, and we would ask her if me and him could go to the library to look something up on the computer, and we went into the library and we started looking up,
Dear God.
every single day, and she would always let us go in there. I mean, and it was like,
And
How
this
did
is-
you
we
not
just kept
get-
getting? We just kept getting away with this, and
I was like, how are you not getting caught?
I don't know.
I tried to get on Facebook one time and they're like, hey, someone in your class is trying to get on Facebook. I'm like,
Then
okay.
A particular assistant principal is not, even though his office is like right there, obviously was not paying attention.
Yeah,
And he
well,
usually is really good at catching people.
Yeah, that was my
he-
principal right there.
Me and David never got caught.
They couldn't see you because it's just giant wall.
Yeah, because David was like a monster of a man too. I mean, he was
Yeah.
huge.
He's
You were
over
6'9".
I was going to say.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't. I was about 6'7" at the time because
Oh.
I remember.
Oh, 2 inches. Sorry.
I remember I have an old football program that actually state lists me as 6'6".
Ladies, he is available.
Yeah,
He is single and ready to do some form of mingling.
you remember that old pro wrestler Val Venus? He used to go, "Hello, lady."
Let's see, I don't know. All the school with ADHD was kind of, You know, that was
all right.
yeah. Now, outside of school, because I didn't have to take my medication outside of school, I was a party dude.
Yeah.
Fucking, you remember? See, if
Yeah.
I had that confidence, you remember Party Boy from
Yeah.
Jackass?
Yeah.
Man, I would probably run around like him if I could, but
Trust me,
Yeah.
me and Steven have done some crazy shit in our lives.
man, I think I've done probably some crazier stuff than you.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't wild, but I was the one that I was a skateboarder.
Yeah.
I made music. I was doing all kinds of shit. I was doing stuff for money, like
Yeah.
not like money.
And
but-
we were also kind of hanging out with some very sketchy so-called friends.
Well,
Yeah.
and I can think of one of them right now.
yeah. Well, I wasn't hanging out with him. I didn't hang out with him.
I mean, I
But
remember we used to hang out with Josh and Brandon and
Yeah, see, I
Jesse.
remember all them, but like that, I remember whenever I had left the trailer park,
yeah,
I started hanging out with Bobby more,
yeah.
and then I started doing some drugs. Yeah, you know.
I also remember you used to hang out with Junior.
Mm-hmm. And I don't hang out. I don't
This
see.
will best lead
Yeah,
to
you
the
can't hang out
next
with him
question.
anymore.
Yeah,
What's
this
that?
actually helps leads to the next question to add to this. What is your funniest ADD moment or ADD or ADHD moment?
My funniest ADHD moment was actually whenever I was about 14 years old and it had been raining and it was at school. And I forgot what I was doing, but I somehow found myself sitting in a puddle of water. And I had to go around the school for like all day with my ass wet and everything. And people made fun of me and started laughing at me.
Call him
Yeah.
swamp ass,
Call me
swamp
water ass.
water ass, water ass. Call him swamp ass all day.
I forgot what I was doing. I think I was running or something, but it was just fucking hilarious.
I can't really say if I had a funny ADHD moment because ADHD just is random.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
You know.
that moment where you let that brain just go where it may, and it found you in a weird situation.
Yeah, and see that's what's hard about it. It's like I don't really know because I was everywhere.
Yeah.
I did all kinds of things. Whenever I wasn't at school, I was either at home playing games, and
Or
skateboarding, or hanging out
with me and all them others.
hanging out with Jeremy, or I was going out and I was partying, doing drugs and drinking.
Yeah.
Because I drank heavily during high school. I did drugs during high school. I didn't just sit at home all the time.
I don't think you did anything like real bad, like heroin or.
No, I never did heroin or cocaine or anything. I did acid.
That we know of.
Yeah, but I've done acid.
Yeah.
And that was a trip.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like, but see, I also looked up to
Face
Steve-O.
plans, everything.
That whole acid comment you just made reminded me of Cheech and Chong, the funniest moment in any Cheech and Chong moment when they're sitting in the car and Cheech Chong hands Cheech some acid and everything he takes and everything. He goes, "All right, man, don't
wait,
be taking
man, don't take that one." And he goes, "Wow."
Yeah. Oh man, you just ate the most acid I've ever seen anyone eat. And Cheech is freaking out like, man, I'm gonna die.
So I'll do that.
He starts like freaking out
Yeah,
and everything.
but-
And he goes all
Back up your
mellow,
bags. To have a
mellow.
trip.
But like a lot of the like that hippie talk I kind of do all the
Yeah.
time. I base it off of Tommy Chong.
Yeah.
Because I'll sit there and go, "Hey, man, what's up? Dude, this is wild, man."
I'll tell you what, for those of you who don't know, we actually grew up watching Cheech and Chong because that was whenever comedy was funny.
Well, we watched Cheech and Chong. I don't know, Michael, did you watch Cheech and Chong? Or
Not so much.
Oh, you suck.
did you watch, like, Beavis and Butthead, Jackass?
I watched Jackass and Beavis and
Okay.
Butthead. I mostly when it goes like major comedy groups, anything Mel Brooks or Monty Python.
Yeah. I mean, those are funny
Yeah,
too.
I watched those too, but I watched a lot of...
We can also say we watched a lot of Leslie Nielsen movies.
Let's see,
Airplane and Dracula, Dead and Loving It. Those are just funny.
But see, like, I've always
also superhero movie.
I've always really loved Jackass because I always that's what I did. Everything they did, right? I was always doing that anyways already as is,
Yeah.
and so I was just like, heck yeah, having fun, woo, and going out and partying and see, like, I talked about how, and this all probably plays into having ADHD because I know Bobby had ADD, and so a lot of like where I was, I got bet to light myself on fire. I've lit myself on fire before and ran down the road going like I'm faster than the fucking Flash, man, just running, and everybody was just like, okay.
I mean, did you like light your arms or was it just your legs?
I lit it from my feet and had it go up, and then I took off running.
What you should have done is like take like some lighter fluid and just squirt it all down the road and everything, light it on fire. That way you can
as I'm running through. Just
that way you can have like a Back to the Future moment. If you hit a certain speed, you go into the future.
That'd be great. But see, like I've been bet. I had gotten bet to do that.
Yeah.
I was high at the time. I got bet to.
Kids, don't do drugs.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I never did drugs. I did drink though.
Yeah, and see, the thing is you didn't. I don't think you drank as much as I have.
No, but
you drank. You drank some where you ran into a porta potty.
Yeah.
Me. Let me think. Craziest thing I've ever done. Drinking was, I've jumped from a 2-story building into a swimming pool before.
That kind of reminds me of something that Pontius would do.
It was Steve-O.
Yeah.
Because I found out Steve-O had did the same thing. And I was like, oh shit, Steve-O did the same thing. I was like, man, me and him think alike. I was like, hell yeah.
I still remember the part of Jackass when they're doing the fishing and everything, and Steve-O's the
man,
bait. He has the
He puts
he
the
has
hook.
like right in his mouth.
Yeah, right through his
Yeah.
cheek. I'm like, oh man,
And
Steve.
there were sharks.
Yeah, and then he
There
gets
were
his, he gets his
sharks.
eye chomped by a small leech,
Mm-hmm.
and he goes, "Man, you got your eye chomped by a leech." And Steve-O goes, he literally holds his eye when he goes, "Does it look cool?"
But see, like my thing has always been like I've always loved Steve-O.
Yeah,
I've always loved Steve-O. He's always been my favorite jackass.
yeah,
And then my other favorite jackass has always been Johnny Knoxville.
yeah.
And then of course Chris Pontius.
Yeah.
I love Chris Pontius too.
Pontius is
Fucking-
the guy who will just run around butt naked with a pair of bunny ears.
You can't say butt naked. He ran around in a man thong
Huh.
with bunny ears on, and he would just run around and start playing music and dancing. And he was just like, "It's time to party." And but like, I don't know. To me,
I'm still. I mean, it's still kind of hard to imagine it without Ryan Dunn.
yeah, Ryan Dunn. That is sad. What happened
Yeah.
to him?
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rest in peace, man.
Like, I mean, and I understand. Even Bam has gone through a lot of trouble.
I heard he's
But-
actually turned his life around.
He's skateboarding again, and I kind of like that because
Yeah.
I've always liked Bam.
He actually teaches kids how to skate now. I think he has like his own skate school or whatever it is.
I don't know about all that one, but I know
I know
that
he has a lot of people just come down to his farm.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's actually, from what I heard, he's actually a really cool
We're
guy.
at 31 minutes currently.
Okay.
So
We just went completely way off topic.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
So-
fine.
Yeah.
That's the whole. That's the purpose.
I got one more question, but I was going to add to that.
What?
So my funny story. Now this is one is not as crazy, but I live with this joke for the rest of my life. Hey, I have dreams with my family, telling me, making fun of me with this joke. So there used to be there's an artist, a Christian artist named Rebecca St. James, and she had this famous song. Is waiting for, praying for you, darling. And now, and when I first heard this song, we were on a road trip.
Yeah.
And we were just going down the road, and it was playing. I love the song. It sounds so cool. But in my ADD brain, what I thought I heard was, waiting for, praying for you, dummy.
Waiting for you, dummy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dummy. Instead for darling, it's
Oh.
dummy.
Yeah, 'cause
I got-
I just thought about this. I think I probably get my ADHD from my dad because my dad me and my dad are almost exactly alike, except I don't complain as much as he does.
yeah, you do.
But he oh no, he's like 10 times worse. But he's
honestly,
the kind.
it's
He's the kind of guy who will take a regular song, no matter what song it is, and make it into a beer song. Like, that song,
Yeah.
Don't Take My Girl by Tim McGraw?
Yeah,
He
I
goes,
remember.
Daddy, please don't take my beer.
Which
Yeah,
explains
see-
everything.
I was just saying, I'm not going to sing on here, but no, I think one of the funniest things I've ever heard that was my brother who has ADD as well. He was always singing the song, a Rush song. Oh, We Are the Priest.
Yeah,
2112, I think.
yeah.
And
It was a good album, by the way.
he comes up and they say that they're the priest of the temples.
Yeah.
He always said, "We are the priest of the pimples." And it was like, "What did you say?" And then
What?
by the
way,
Bon
I'm eating a
Jovi.
lifesaver. That's what y'all hear.
then Bon Jovi, whenever they the song
Living on a Prayer.
nope you give love a bad name. He used to call it "You Give Love a Band-Aid."
My dad would say, "You give
That
love."
sounds like a better love song.
Yeah,
Huh?
That would make it sound like a better love song.
now, when it comes to those two songs by Bon Jovi, my dad would say, "You give love a bad beer, and living on a beer.
Again,
I'm on the
explains everything.
highway to the beer store."
So, yeah.
So the final question, which as I wanted that lighter one to get before we go to this one. What was the one thing that really helped you in school to excel?
Sports.
Not being stupid.
because
Oh, sorry, that was my whole life.
that's like I said, it was sports for me because it took my mind off of it. Because when you're sitting there playing football, it's a whole team effort, right? And it's not all about you. It doesn't matter if you win or lose because we won games, we lost games,
Yeah.
and it was just all about focus. And that's part of the reason why I excelled in that, because I focused and I improved so much more than the other players did. That's why I won the Achievement in Football Award.
See, my thing was me doing drugs. I focused on it so hard, man. I tell you. No,
he was trying to go all out.
No,
He
I
was,
remember
he had lines of drugs out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I remember you telling me one time the reason why you were able to read so well was because of JRPG games, especially Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because because what happened was my dad didn't want to teach me how to read. He was like, "You need to learn how to read by yourself." And so,
Did your dad know how to read? Or
yeah, he knows how to read. He's read all kinds of books and whatnot. But my thing is I had to learn essentially how to read by myself.
yeah,
And so I used a lot of JRPGs or just RPGs in general because, like, there's Legend of Zelda. That's an RPG.
yeah.
That's an adventure RPG. There's Mario's and technically an RPG because there is a lifespan to it,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But I used to, you know, learn how to read from all that because that's just what I had at the time.
Yeah,
Well,
you had to
well,
read the subtitles because they didn't have voice acting with a lot of the early games.
Well,
Yeah.
Also, there's another game out there named called Mortal Kombat. I'm sure everybody's heard of it. But these later ones, you actually have to focus harder because guys, characters like Shao Kahn, you can't attack Shao Kahn from the front. You literally have to find a way to hit him in the back and everything, and it means that you have to use your brain just to get around this dude.
Yeah, but see, for me, whenever I was younger, whenever I was a teenager, anyways, to get through high school like that, I did a lot of skateboarding and you remember I was always like, oh, let's go and do this stunt. Yeah, let's do this stunt.
Yeah,
And there was a lot of stunts that you weren't even involved in that I did.
yeah. I saw you doing
Not all of them. There was only some. Like I said, there's all kinds of stuff that I've done. I mean, I remember me and you snorted pepper.
that. Yeah.
We snorted pepper together.
The reason why I
Um,
did that is because I wanted to try to see if it tingled your sinuses and made
Make
you
you
sneeze.
sneeze.
But it just hurt like a motherfucker.
Well, you also had like a pile, and I had like not a pile.
Well, still, even a little bit, I can tell you, do not do that. It
Yeah.
hurts like hell.
But
It's
it
just
was
like the time I wanted to squirt lemon juice in my eye. That hurt like hell too.
mm, yeah. You wanted to do that, and I was like, oh, you go right ahead.
And
And
I
you-
did it.
Yeah, and then we found out that apparently that squirting lemon juice into your eye can make you go blind.
I literally
I was
went.
like, oh, wow.
I went blind for like 10 seconds.
No, we're talking about long.
No,
It
long
will
term.
cause
Yeah.
immense damage to your eyes
Yeah, which
because it's
you know,
acid.
but see, that was the thing because like I've also done something like that because after seeing you do it, I started doing a little thing too where I would do something like that, and I would take a lemon and lime or lemon and put it on my eyes like that, and then it burned like hell, but
I think the worst pain that I ever felt enter my eye was whenever I was cutting up a jalapeno and one of the seeds flew up and it got me right in the eye. Oh my god, that hurt like hellfire.
Yeah.
I mean
But
that was an accident though, but it was still funny as hell. I mean, it literally made me get up. I was literally in my room at the time, whenever because apparently the seed had gotten on my hand, and I
yeah.
went to scratch my eye, and it hurt so bad that I literally had to go take an emergency shower just to just to
Oh,
get the thing
emergency
out.
shower.
Yeah,
Try to wash out the eyeball.
Uh-huh.
yeah. And my eye hurt for like the longest time after that. It hurt like hell.
Let's see. I
Do
don't know.
not put jalapeno seeds in your eyes.
I think the only other thing I could honestly say I ever did was just really skateboarding, BMX, some extreme sports and
Yeah,
whatnot.
I did a little bit of
I did-
BMX, but
But see, and I did a lot of it all the time. I remember jumping off buildings and
yeah,
this and that, keeping myself occupied a lot.
you're trying to basically imitate everything you saw on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and Dave Mira's BMX.
Well, I was big into that kind of sport.
Yeah.
I wasn't into the stereotypical, football, baseball.
Reminds me of that old Nickelodeon show Rocket Power.
Yeah,
They were into extreme sports and everything.
yeah.
And I
And
thought
seeing
that was pretty
that's
cool.
what I was really into is a lot of the extreme sports.
Except they did surfing, and there was no way in hell we're gonna surf
Yeah,
because
we
there's
weren't.
no ocean or any body of water near us right
I mean, well, there's Lake Tyler, but they ain't surfing in Lake Tyler.
That's not a surfing spot.
The closest bit of ocean we can get to is about a 12, 13-hour drive.
Yeah, all the way down to the Gulf.
Yeah, which is stupid that it's that long to get to.
I mean, hey, it's all about the road trip,
Yeah.
man.
Yes. I mean, it is. Sure. That job, I'm like,
it would literally suck if you planned that ahead and it's like you travel 12 or 13 hours just to get there, only to surf or skate for like 10 minutes and then call it a day.
Yeah, and drive 13, 14 hours back.
You could say, yeah, I've been there for 10 minutes.
No,
Well, I mean-
if we do something like that, we're gonna get a Airbnb and stay there for at least a good weekend.
Oh no, I rather be at a hotel. I don't trust Airbnbs.
What if it's a haunted B&B?
I don't trust Airbnbs. You know how many times there's reports of people having cameras in those bitches and stuff like that.
I thought you were about to say that you know how many ghosts there are in every single B&B. I'm like, probably a lot.
No, but no,
Yes.
there's like ghosts in them, or not ghosts. Got me
You
saying
saying it.
ghosts. There's like cameras in some of them, stuff like that, and people they kind of, record.
Directly connected to Jeffrey Epstein's computer.
Well, Jeffrey Epstein can't see it now because he's dead.
I was gonna say he's been dead, dude.
Yeah,
But-
rightfully
It's not going-
so.
Now it's going to Bill Clinton's computer.
But my
Well,
thing
if
is,
Hillary doesn't delete them.
but
But for me, what really helped with my attention deficit disorder, first thing was like, I can read really, really fast. Now reading out loud, on the other hand, was a whole nother story. Because in a way, my head was already finished with a page, but my lips are still on the first word.
Yeah.
So I would stumble over the words so much. So I was like, okay, I need to do something. So I taught myself how to read upside down.
Mm.
So I just turn the book upside down and I read it like that. And it slowed down my reading rate to the point to where I can match my words to my brain reading the word.
mhm.
Yeah.
And it really helped. Another thing was definitely, especially when I was stressed, was this little thing.
No.
Playing guitar.
Yeah.
Especially when the stress of high school, stress of drama, I will escape to my room and play guitar as much as I can.
Mhm.
Just put my fingers to work, my brain I'm going to switch to a whole nother subject. I do my homework in the morning at school before class starts. I'll be at the school at 6:00 in the morning, so I can do but I'm going to turn off my brain right now,
Yeah.
and I'm going to play guitar for a while. Just,
See,
you know,
sorry, go ahead.
I couldn't just I didn't have my own game station to go play for hours. No, the game station was the communal family, and I had 8 siblings.
Yeah.
And so
I know you did have a computer that had some computer games on it, though.
there was, but again, you're competing in time with all the other kids.
Yeah.
So, but then from there, if I'm not playing my guitar, I go hang out with my buds.
Yeah.
I need to blow off freaking steam.
Means that we would always go to like a local card shop or a skate park.
Yeah.
Or just freaking mall rat
Yeah.
at the local mall.
I mean, we still do that every now and then
Yeah.
when we can.
You know, if I wanted to get rid of these guys, I can't now.
Yeah. Good luck you're stuck with us now, motherfucker.
You know, these guys have been brothers for way too long. You know,
That's it. Brotherhood disbanded. We just all get up and leave.
You know, I will say, you know, I'm so grateful for you guys.
Thank you, man.
just throw
Grateful
the
for
mic
you
down.
too, man. Hey, fuck this. Same time tomorrow.
We'll see you again tomorrow, right? All right.
You know, and to, you know, as a good story to finish this up,
Yeah.
you know, one of the inspirations why we started this podcast. One of the inspirations.
See,
Yeah.
another thing that kind of helped me with my ADHD was the fact that I collect NASCAR collectibles. Like if you go into my place and everything, I showed this to my nephew Hayden on Christmas, and because he's a huge Chase Elliott fan, you know, just like me, I said, Hayden, come on in here. And he came in there, and I have 45 Chase Elliott cars all over my walls.
Yeah.
And I told him I've been collecting Chase Elliott cars ever since 2016. And I don't have every single one of them, but, you know, it's just the fact that I was able to collect these, and I collect a lot of Jeff Gordon and Dale Earnhardt cars. And they're all, some of them are still in the package. Some of them are from 1993, 1997, 98, 2000s, and all years and all that. And it's just the fact that I got the satisfaction of actually completing that, you know,
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah.
It brought me joy and everything, and I still have hundreds of them that are not in packages. I have shelves.
See, yeah, and that's the crazy thing. Like, I collect video games.
Yeah.
You know,
Ooh, excuse me.
I have all the Final Fantasy games.
I also have a Mega Charizard EX. Go me.
So the biggest
I used to have a Mew, an ancient Mew.
And I used to have a Mewtwo. Actually, I don't even know what the fuck happened to that one.
He also doesn't know what happened to my ancient Mew.
I don't either.
See,
Let's
if
go
we
back
had
in
a
time.
camera, y'all would see me giving this dude a death glare.
That was funny as hell.
coming soon.
I swear.
I promised you I would still get you that, and I will.
One day.
Yeah.
One day when he has the money, which is never going to happen for him. He's going to
I mean-
forget to ever give me with that.
I mean,
Nope.
Michael, remember, what was it, Vanguard?
Yeah. But Vanguard was like a $20 movie compared to a $1,500 card?
My Dark Magician was $8,000, and I accidentally destroyed that one, too.
And then
Never trust card binders.
Gatekeepers.
What's that?
Gatekeepers.
Oh, yeah. Thing is, I was playing around with that one. That one didn't bother me.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Ancient Mew. I really don't give a shit about that. It's just,
It's just funny to hold that over someone's head.
yes, it is. Especially
but
yours.
But I am a man of my word, and you will be receiving that one.
Because I'm going to tell you, you know
Good
how...
luck.
Yeah. Good luck on that. Because remember, even the guy at Game Exchange told you, he was like, you're like, yeah, I'm going to replace it. And he went, well, good luck with that.
Yeah, but then he told you that that Dark Magician I had would be worth a lot more than your Ancient Mew. I was like, yeah, I can tell. It was
Yeah.
a first edition Legend of Blue Eyes Dark Magician.
But see, I had the same card, though, too.
I know, but mine was like a PSA 10 contestant, pretty much.
Well, I mean, any of them are a contestant of a PSA 10.
So
Well, anyway, it was the thing is, this card was $8,000.
Yeah. But see, because I remember I had a first edition Dark Magician, first edition Dark Magician Girl. I
Yeah.
had the Dark Sage,
Yeah.
all first editions.
I also forgot to mention I had the first edition Legend of Blue Eyes White
I did-
Dragon.
I didn't have that one, but I had the first edition of the Black Eyes, the
Black Eyes.
Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Yeah. You would be surprised at those cards.
Oh my god!
Actually,
Today,
how much those
I
cards
forgot
actually
to
worth.
talk about this in small talk real quick. I went to the pick and pool today.
Locos Gringos?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say the name, but
Oh, but
yeah.
you know, that's a good shout out to them.
I went to the pick and pool today. There was a dude looking at magic cards. I was like, "Oh,
Look.
you a collector or you a player or something?" He goes, "Really, just collect and sell this and that." I'm like, no.
What did they sell magic cards there?
"No, just this one dude. He was buying magic cards. He just buying magic cards off this one guy." And he goes, "Oh, do you play Magic?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I know a little bit about it." And he goes, "Can you come over here and tell me if any of these stand out to you?" He had a Wheel of Fortune 1995.
Ooh, nice.
And
Ungraded.
I think, wait.
Ungraded.
Never mind.
Ungraded is $250 for that.
Imagine the PSA 10 value.
I know, right? But like I saw the instant I saw that, I went, that card right there. That's probably your biggest seller in this whole thing right now. And he goes, "You think?" I was like, and he went over there and he scanned it and he goes, "Holy crap!" I was like,
there's a video I saw of some guy who bought a bunch of random Pokemon cards from a garage sale. And apparently this lady, her son collected them over the years and talking about these were vintage ones.
Yeah.
And he had a whole entire bin full of nothing but holographic cards from Blastoise to Clefairy. And the one that stood out the most was the first edition Charizard.
Yeah. Well, did you see like Eric's collection?
Yeah.
He had a Sabrina's Gengar.
Yeah. I noticed
Sabrina's Gengar is like a high dollar card.
Yeah. I saw that it was bent too.
Yeah.
Hold it. I mean, it's still worth
terrible.
money. It's still worth a little bit of money.
It's still worth some money, but not in that condition.
Yeah, but this Charizard that this guy found at that garage sale is like $32,000.
Yeah, that it's crazy to think.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing we can give to anybody who's like a parent, and you got kids who have attention deficit disorder or ADHD or even autism, they're gonna have that one hobby. Let them have that hobby.
Yeah. Whether if it's sports or die-cast collectibles, video games, instruments, or even card games,
or like them studying like weird history.
Yeah.
Let them do that.
Like for me, I like
thing. That's their superpower.
Like me, I like
them
ancient Egyptian. I like ancient Egyptian history.
Yeah, let them do what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
So to end,
they are perfectly normal. There's nothing wrong with them, and if anybody says otherwise, fuck those people.
Yeah, they're just wrong.
To me, it's not a disability; it's an incredible ability.
Oh, absolutely. So to end this, the best way to end this story is one of the reasons why this podcast is to be. Years ago, my dad was living in Florida, so we would go every summer to Florida. And at one point, it was after his second marriage, he stopped having us come by plane. We went by car. He will drive from Florida to Texas because my mom was tired of driving us to Dallas every summer. And that's understandable. That's expensive. So my dad went out of the way because my dad's awesome and drove from Florida to Texas, picked us up, and drove back to Florida and did it again.
Yeah.
So that we can spend time with him. And one of those times, I was on, I was telling people, hey, I'm heading to Florida, and I was calling these two guys.
Yeah.
And we were on a 3-way chat, and we were just talking. We spent about 3 hours chatting on the phone, just about everything.
Yeah.
And my dad was watching. My dad was listening.
I was gonna say, I
Your
don't know if he
dad-
was watching, but
Your dad was actually a cool guy, and if he was watching at that time, he had some super sight.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't think he was watching us, but I mean, I'd be kind of scared. We sitting over there talking with you, and be like, I got a weird feeling someone's
Yeah.
watching
See a
me.
pair of eyes.
he
Just
was-
see a pair of eyes
eyes.
disappear. I don't know. We're like,
A pair of eyes just in the wall, just like,
Hey,
what the
he
hell is that?
He was paying attention to our conversation, and he was chuckling the entire time. And after we got off the phone, my dad looked at me and said, Michael, you guys are a hoot.
and that was actually part of the inspiration for this podcast.
Yeah. He was like, you guys were able, you went about 50 different subjects, and each of them were so connected, were uniquely connected to each other. You know, it went from one square to the next. And he was like, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
If you do something like this, like the blue collar comedy tour,
Dear Lord.
like sitting on just the three of us sitting on the stage and talking like at the end of the blue collar comedy tour.
It'll be called the three fat guy tour.
He was like
The three retarded fat guys.
my dad, who I consider as one of the wisest men I've ever met.
I thought you were about to say one of the whitest.
No, that's what he was about to say too. He was one of the whitest men I've ever knew. He was whiter than a neon light.
He was a pretty much. He was definitely a gringo.
His dad.
He was so white, even ghosts had to turn out the lights.
He was so white that he walked into a room and you were like, "Where'd the sun come from?"
Yeah, but he was so wise. And just if ever anyone will have a doctorate degree in common sense, my dad taught that class.
Yeah.
Whoever taught that class.
Your dad was actually a really, really nice guy.
He was
I like
Yeah.
him.
he's the coolest guy. And he was like, if you guys do that, it will sell.
Yep.
You guys are hilarious.
Yeah.
And from that, thinking about that memory.
I mean, I
rest in
remember.
peace, my dad.
I remember we also tried to do something about improv acting too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we tried doing all
You know,
kinds of
it's
stuff
like
in our
We
lives.
wanted to be improv actors so bad, but we never really went for it.
so
Yeah.
this is in a way one of the reasons why we do this. For me, I do this in the honor of my dad.
Yeah.
To honor that little moment that I remember that he was
Yeah.
like, this can be something.
And I do this because if there's any kids out there or adults that have ADD or ADHD, don't let it get you down. Keep pushing forward, and y'all are basically part of the inspiration for this podcast.
I do this because I can't get rid of either one of you.
It's like I'm just here.
Just here.
I'm just here existing.
See what no one realizes is I'm actually trapped here. I mean, I've
Yeah,
been here for the past,
we're
like, 2 weeks.
we're literally holding him at gunpoint and everything, and trying to take away his free will. But he he just won't shut up about it.
No.
From that, we thank you for watching. So I'm going to have to decide who's going to be our new host.
Yep.
So today, the next host is Jeremy.
Woohoo! Oh, sorry, Homer.
Sorry, Homer. Homer's like, God damn you.
So Jeremy, maybe we can try this as something. Jeremy, will you send us out?
This is the Stolen Attention Podcast, and thank you for watching. We love every single one of you, and good night. God bless.